Okay, hello. We just finished our season 2 draft. Well, we did finish it this morning, and I'm going to go over my team. I am using my logo and the right to block the. It shows my opponent's team for next week. So, my strategy going into the draft was I knew I wanted a miniature sand mode with Lander's Eye, a Sand Setter, and Stoutland and Trick Room. And like a Trick Room one. That's all I had planned. And I had the 15th pick, so my plan was going to be Landorus plus something with my first go around. Second go around is going to be Bronzong plus Gigalith, and third go around is going to be Tangolo Stoutland. What ended up happening was first round, a lot more good S tiers fell than I thought would. So, and because I wanted the Trick Room mode, I was able to get Glacier, obviously Ice Horse. He's a monster. I'm so glad I got it. Probably best Trick Room Sweeper in an unrestricted meta. Then, for that's VGC at least, I'm not sure about draft, probably in draft as well. Then I got Landers, who I wanted, who can go physical, or like, I honestly like it more than Lando T, because Lando T is like stronger in general, but Landorus Eye has better special attacking options, and can also go, and is also faster, and they have the same bulk. And abilities like Lando's T, Intimidate is obviously good, but there's many other monsters that Intimidate. Lander's Eye has Sheer Force and Sand Force, so it can use Sheer Force to power up its moves. Sheer Force Life Orb, and it gets Life Orb damage, and Sand Force works with Hippowdon. And then we went to the next go round, and Bronzong got taken, so I got the next best thing, Musharna. And Musharna is amazing for a T3. It underspeeds Glacier by 1 point, and the few physical moves it gets can proc Glacier's weakness policy. And it also has Imprison Trick Room if I want to deny Trick Room, which I won't normally want to do because I have very strong Trick Room mode. And Tangrowth got taken early, so I was worried that I wouldn't get Tangela, and I thought Tangela was more and I didn't think the Sand Setter would get taken, so I just took Tangela instead of Hippowdon / Gigalith because I have almost back-to-back picks. So I got 2 T3s there. Tangela is good because it's very bulky with EV-Lite. It even has the same, and it can even be powerful. It has the same special attack as Venusaur. But yeah, Rage Powder, Redirection, for Trick Room. Also, like if I want to, Sword Stance Glacier, I guess. But yeah, my next go around, Gigalith which was my number 1 sand choice, got taken the pick before me, so I got Hippowdon, obviously. But like I kept going back and forth between the two, so it's not that bad of a sacrifice. I don't get the special defense boost from Sand, and they have different move pools. Hippowdon can be more supportive and like a tank, whereas Gigalith is better offensively. And then Stoutland as for Sand Rush support, Intimidate if I want it. It also has like not bad defenses and like 120 attack, I think. So kind of just a jack of all trades T3 that has Intimidate, kind of like my Luxray last year. But I can also do it also has a bunch more support options like Yawn, like Fast Yawn, Fast After You with in Sand. Then we went around to the next pick, and I grabbed Turtonator because it's a very good T4 for Trick Room Sweeper, whatnot. And yeah, basically just a good T4 Trick Room Sweeper that was available, and it didn't have a Fire type yet, or a Dragon type for those cores. And then I also took Gmax Blastoise to fill out my Fire Water Grass core with Tangela. And I knew I wanted Gmax Blastoise from the beginning. And like it might be a little over tiered, but there weren't that many other tier 1s that I wanted. And it's good because it can use Aqua Jet to Parkingus policies on this guy or this guy. I mean, I guess this guy, but not really. It can also Shell Smash with Tangolo to get good and get boosts. And a G-Max move also doesn't override Sand. If I want to keep Sand up, I don't. It doesn't. And the G-Max effect is amazing. It also has Fake Out, which is good utility and a good move pool, both physical and special. So, thought it worked well as a T1. Then we go to the later rounds, and I still had a T2 and 2 tier 4s to pick. And for my tier 2, I picked the one Mon returning from my last season team, Klefki, because I wanted a Prankster Mon. I also wanted a Fairy type, and the only other T2 Fairy type I think was Sylveon. And Sylveon isn't bad. Like, it's not bad. It's just I feel like I would want a Pokemon that could take advantage of Quick Attack Pixelate to proc Weakness policies, and I didn't have any of those. And I didn't want to draft a T4 just for that. And so yeah, Klefki's good with Prankster, Screens, as Thunder Wave for speed control, Metal Sound, could pair well with Blastoise or Landorus. Also Switcheroo for like if I want to do eject button shenanigans. And then, so I have many options. And then my other one was Fletchinder, because if you look at my sort of fast mode, I have 101, which is pretty fast, but then I have like roughly 80. I mean, Klefki doesn't matter because it's support. But yeah, so not quite the exact fastest. So also Benetton, which I will get to later. So I thought that Priority Tailwind would be good. And yeah, also can use Peck to proc Weakness policy and Tangolo. So yeah, and I had Talonflame last year, so now I have Baby Talonflame. I mean, last season, not last year. That was like, I mean, last season was like a month ago, less than a month ago. But yeah, so that's a good value for T4. And then on my last go around, I knew I wanted a semi-fast special attacker with at least one type I didn't have yet. And my two choices were Magneton and Haunter. I chose Magneton because I wanted a good way to hit like water types besides Tangela. So, and it has a base 120 special attack stat, which is really good for re-evolution. And it's base 70 speed, which could take advantage of Fletchinder Tailwind. Like, that's a good T4 combo. And, yeah, the extra steel type isn't that bad because I only have 2. And if you look at dual typings, I only have, 2 ground types, 2 steel types. I think that's my only overlap. So yeah, that was my team. And I am looking forward to how the season will end up going.